Tuesday, June 29th, 2021, and we are having a live sewing chat. I don't have a whole lot to talk about today. I had a topic last week that I wanted to talk about for this week, but of course I can't remember what that topic is, and I didn't write it down. So we'll take questions tonight if you got any questions you want answered, and then I'll tell you what I've been working on as well. So let me pull you all up on my phone and change my phone settings, and I'll be with you in a minute. Trying to get my phone to readjust since it just started on its own. Okay. Fix a few settings here. All right, so I may have come in like a minute late. I was trying to get things set up in here. And trying to get the Facebook link that I wanted to pin, so we'll have it up there for people that are joining us for the first time. Let's see, we're gonna go ahead and start reading some of the chat comments. We had Betsy in here first at 6:44. She says, I forgot all about Tuesday, laughing out loud. Thank goodness for YouTube reminders. And she says, hello all. Damali J says, hello T and Quilter friends. Hope you all are staying cool from 92-degree Oxon Hill, Maryland. Susan T says, hello, T and all T quilters. Hope everyone is doing okay with the heat wave. Very hot in Pennsylvania. Patricia Carlucio says, hi, everyone. Georgia here. It was hot in the day, but it has come down some here in the country. Darlene Crosby says, hello, T and T quilters with a wave. Doris Felt says, hello, Miss T and everyone. Hope you are getting a little more sleep. I'm getting a little bit. You know, it's so funny. I tell you all that I sleep so lightly. My daughter's dog snores, and I was dog sitting, and she just went home today. So hopefully I'll get a little bit more sleep in the next coming days. Melinda C says, hello, T and T quilters. Deborah Quilts is here. Hi, Deborah. She says, hello, T and all T quilters from hot St. Louis City. Melissa LePage says, good evening, T and everyone. Don Cunningham says, hello, T and fellow quilters. Good to be here. Kim Burris says, hello, T and quilt family. And I think I may need to go out and come back in because it started on its own. That's when you heard the noise for those that were in here already. So yeah, let me go back and get that taken care of. We had Barb Polk says hi to all. Judy Plaster says hello from Northern California, 100 degrees this afternoon. June Billings says hello, T and everyone. Cheryl Beans also here saying good evening, T and everyone. Janet Mackerel says hello, T and T quilters. Bonita Nance is here, says hey, Miss T and everyone. Tom Eckery says hey, T and T quilters, hit the subscribe and thumbs up. Thank you, Tom. C-Rax is here saying good evening, T and T quilters. And Vivian Calvey says hi, T and everyone. Sue is here saying good evening to all, trying to hide from hubby and helping him cut grass the grass, laughing out loud. Now that's funny. Leetta Bryant says hi, T and T quilters. Peggy O'Connor is here, says hi, T and T quilters. Hope you all are well. Peggy, you know I still got your swap blocks too. I don't know if I didn't give them to you, I can't remember what the status was on the last time we talked about that. So just letting you know that I still have your blocks whenever you're ready for them. Nancy Gus says hi, T and T quilters. Claudette Bettis is here saying hello, T and everyone. Katrina is here, says hi, sorry I'm late. I was finishing dinner. You're not late, you're right on time. Kevin the quilter is here. Hey, Kevin. He says, hey, Miss T, I just got home this afternoon. Oh, my God, I wasn't expecting you to be home this quick. He says he's exhausted. Gonna watch and listen. Evening, all T quilters. Let's see. I'm just skipping some where people are saying hi to each other, and I think then I am done. The last one is 7:05, and it's 7:05 now. So I don't have a whole lot of updating to do. Jackie K just came in, says hi T and Quilty friends, 102 here. Rain and thunderstorms all day and got my second COVID shot today and dragging. Yeah, that second shot something else. I slept for like 4 or 5 days. Once I succumbed. When I first got it, I didn't have a choice. I was preparing food for somebody, so I had to get that food prepared. But once I got that food prepared, I was done. Aledra Carey says, hello T and everyone. Hi Aledra. Welcome. Susan T says, glad you can get some rest, Kevin. Yes. Peggy says, yes, I know. I'll connect with you next week on my way home from work, 5:30-ish. What day is good for you? I'm thinking that time of day next week. I try to be home before rush hour traffic. So anytime I think next week will be good. Just shoot me a message or something right before you come. Sue says, has working on the riding mower. So we're doing the yard with the push mower. Oh, he's working on the riding mower. Yeah, that's what we got, a riding mower. That's why I don't mind doing it sometimes. But a push mower is hard on the hands. You got to wear gloves or something. Maria Mayer is here. Hi, Maria. She says, hi, T and everyone. So I don't think I missed anyone, but let me go back and make sure since it's screen kind of jumps. Susan T was telling the other Sue that, yeah, that's funny. I hide from my husband occasionally too. That is funny. Okay, so we're all caught up. We see Beverly Akins have come in. Sean Hickman says, hi, Miss T and fellow quilters. As well. So all I got, I'm just going to show you a few things. These here are here in front of my machine because these are the backings for the Cardinal quilt, the Cardinals baseball quilt, the Blues hockey quilt, and the music quilt. So I just need to iron these. I did wash these fabrics so I could get all the sizing out. I need to press them. I'm going to use this sting press. And then my plan is to square up the straight sides on them, the long edges, so that I can sew them all together into one piece. So I'm actually gonna cut them down a little because I don't need the whole 108 inches. So I'm gonna press them, then cut what I need to put on my long arm, and then I'm gonna stitch all 3 of those backings together so I only have to load once when I go to the long arm. And I can just continue to roll my quilts through and probably do the same with the batting as well. I'll just cut one larger chunk of batting so I don't have to, I think I'll save batting that way without having to have the extra 4 inches on each side. You kind of save a little bit that way. So that's what I plan on doing. So that's going to be the next thing that gets loaded onto my long arm. I did sew the seam from our Saturday sewing chat. I don't have a whole lot of these fabrics left for the border. So I want to space it with maybe 3 inches of this brown Aboriginal dot that's in the background. And then I wanted to use the fabrics that are in here to just make some kind of a little print border, put some color out there. And let me go back, and I was supposed to look at this. I did look at it Saturday, but I supposedly had taken a picture of this so I could send it to Kevin to see if he had any of these fabrics. This is one. This is actually a whole nother one. This is the one I said looks so similar. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It's only got 5 fabrics. And then I guess I could always use the brown because I got more brown. I could use that for binding. But I don't have a lot of fabric. 5 inches of the crimson block. This is the orange print number 1. Don't have but like 5 inches of it. Orange print number 2. Don't have any of that worth talking about. And then this is the other one. It's they just said green fabric, but you know, I don't have a whole lot of the fabrics that are in here. I looked in my stash and I don't have these. So I'll try to see what I can do as far as I may have to like temporarily work on some other project while I figure out if I can figure out what these fabrics are, and then see if I can get some more, like maybe this brown one here would be a good one for an inner border, and then put a brown border, this border, and then another brown border, and then call it a day and just put the rest of this in scraps because it's not going to go anywhere. So I just wanted to look at it. Let me take a picture of it real quick. Then I don't have to pull it back out. And this fabric, like, I can't tell what it is because it's such short pieces that I can't read the salvage information on here. So just take a picture of it real quick and then put it back up so we know where it is next time, right? This is how we lose stuff. We don't put it back. All right, so I got the fabrics. Put it back. So I haven't had time to try to go searching for fabrics yet. And I had told you all Saturday that Tuesday comes up pretty fast when I try to use Sundays. That's my off day, official off day, but I still might do some type of work, but not like I normally would on the other days. So that's also one of the issues as well, is that Sunday is my off day. Okay, let's see who else has come in here, if any more. Let's see. And Peggy saying, okay, she'll text me. And Beverly saying, hi, T and everyone. Sean Hickman saying, hi, Miss T and fellow quilters. Let's see. Got you, Peggy. Kevin says, I like to hide from airports and passengers. Hey. Betsy says, Miss T, have you baked the oat buttermilk honey loaf of bread before? I made some a couple weeks ago. Yummy and no added sugar. Wow. Let's see. Baked and oat buttermilk. I could probably eat it. I don't know if my husband can eat it because he's not supposed to have milk. And they didn't say like milk in particular. They just said milk. They didn't say like whole milk or 2% milk. So I'll try it. I like bread. That's good, though, that it has no added sugar. That's pretty cool. So send me that recipe, Betsy. And I do need to meet up with you anyway. My car got all kinds of stuff in it for you. You either going to love me or hate me. Robin Boyd's here. Hi, Robin. Welcome back. She says, hello, Miss T and everyone. People are saying that the quilt top was pretty. That quilt is a lot of work, T. Beautiful. Well, thank you. Billy Weatherreed saying hi, everyone. Linda Snart's here. Got her coffee. Teresa Louise, I Quilt Too is here. Says, hello, Miss T and friends. Hi, Teresa. Kim says, please remember to thumbs up, everybody, and share, subscribe, and ring the bell so you get notifications. Thank you, Kim. Darlene says, T, how much of those K fabrics do you need? I don't know. I'm just thinking about like trying to put some, like maybe a 3-inch border, 4-inch border or something like that around the outer edge of the quilt after I add a brown border for a spacer. I'm not trying to do anything fancy. I think I'm kind of done with this quilt. Since I did it as a sewing chat, I didn't work on it like out of the sewing chat other than to get caught up to the next step. I'm kind of tired of looking at it, you know. Just want to get it done now. So, June Hansen is here saying hi, T and everyone. They are all K facet fabrics. Yes, they are all K fabrics. Elaine Doucette's here, says looking good, Teaquilts. Thank you. And I'm just trying to, books for Mia says good evening, Mrs. T. And Teaquilters, hello, welcome to the chat. Ellen Campbell is here. Hi, Ellen. I see you're doing better and hopefully you're home now. She did says I'm home now, but still on oxygen. Okay, so you take care of yourself as well. Ella Odom says good evening, Miss T and Teaquilters. Hi, Ella. I have the quilt top almost done. That's Robin Boyd. I don't know which quilt top, Robin. June Hansen says, Ellen will keep praying for you. I have oxygen also, just rest. Cheryl Bing says, sending prayers and hugs to you at Ellen. Susan says, glad you're home, Ellen. Sending best wishes for your recovery. Yeah, just rest. I am on oxygen too. Maddie Barnum came in, says, hi, T and everyone. And Ellen also says, thank you to everyone. So you're so welcome. All right, so these are 2 works in progress here. I think I may end up putting this in the container, the top, so I don't get it lost. But I won't pull it back out right now. I'll refold this. And I have also, I was using this as a chain piecing project. I do have the inside of the kit that I sent out. I made 12 kits. I kept one, and then Kevin is also working on this. I don't have my borders picked for this one yet either. I got to pull out my fabrics and see what I want to use. But I thought I'd just show you all what I have so far. And you're not going to see the whole thing again because my room is so small and I'm sitting so close to the camera. But basically, I put my quilt top together and I put my lights kind of diagonally out. And then it gets a little darker when it gets down towards the bottom of the quilt. And these fabrics are pretty funny because before I start sewing these, I actually looked at this in black and white to make sure where my fabrics were being placed. And it looks pretty cool in black and white, but in color you can hardly tell toward the bottom. And I sometimes wish I would have grouped the bottom by color. But anyway, I do like it. I need to now put the 3 borders on here. That's part of the pattern. And then I'll also be done with this one. I just got it done yesterday. Today I haven't sewed. I haven't sewed on that today. I sewed on it yesterday and finished that part. The thing that I did the rest of yesterday and today is GE Designs had a Saturday thing where they were doing a Hey June, where she did YouTube videos all in one day, like about every hour and a half to 2 hours. She would put up another part. Apparently she had a pattern that you could have gotten ahead of time if you had to get it by Friday. I didn't get the pattern, but I did decide to go ahead and do some of the blocks. So I did decide to go ahead and do some of the blocks. And so I don't have a whole lot to show you because I can't mess with this. I've only done 8 of the blocks. And I'm not sure at this point how many I am going to do. But I'll just show you some of the blocks that I've done. So this was her design. And when you put these together, you kind of get like a little chevron cross here, where the light, and this is what she considers the dark, and then this is the background, the green. So those are my staple fabrics. And then in here, I changed these 2 out. Some of my lights will have some of the blocks will have my light fabric in it, and some of them will not. Because I was using, instead of using yardage, which she was using, I used some extra leftover fabric from a charm pack that I had. So I didn't have a whole lot of light fabrics available to me. So you can see here where this light print is not in the middle here. But the light print will be in every other block just so that it gives it some more cohesiveness. So that's what I'm currently working on, is trying to figure out how many blocks I'm going to make. Again, I have 8. And I'm just going to go from there. So if anybody else did that, let me know what you thought of the technique. For me, I like the whole sewing process of it. And then when it got to the last squaring up of the blocks, I just couldn't get all of my blocks to be equal. I think 2 of my blocks are a little bit off. And I don't know if it's because I lined up and cut wrong or what. But 2 of my blocks I just couldn't get to line up. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of, tugging to get them to fit into position. But they're going to go. And then I got to figure out, how many more times I want to do this. Because the squaring up part, because you only cut diagonally one way and you don't cut diagonally the other way, they don't line up equal. And so it's a little bit cattywampus when you're lining up. So let me go back and see what other comments are here. I think it was Ellen, the last comment I read. Oh, Robin said the kit from you. Okay. I'm like, which kit? Okay, Robin. June says prayers for you, Patricia. Elaine Doucette says on oxygen because of COVID. Beverly Aiken says beautiful quilt top. Thank you. That's a cool design tee. It's not my pattern. What happened is I was with Kevin and we saw it hanging in a quilt shop and we both were looking for the pattern, but they didn't have any information on it. So I just snapped a picture real quick and said, I'll just try to find it. I couldn't find it. So I went ahead and cut the kits, sent the kits out, and then found the name of the pattern later. So I never charge, I haven't charged for the pattern in any kits because I knew that wasn't my pattern. It was just a photo I had. But I did type up some, I'm not going to say it's like a quilt pattern, but what I do is I tell you the little tips and tricks and things that I do when I'm sewing something. So it's not really a true like pattern, but I would almost bet that what I put in there is probably more than what the actual pattern has. But let me go into Facebook and see if I can find the name of the pattern for you guys, because I had found it and then I tried to save it. So hold on just a second and I will go over here and get that. It shouldn't be too far back. Well, it depends on how much Kevin and I talk, right? Because I sent it to Kevin. When I found it, I was surprised. I was just scrolling one day and all of a sudden it popped up and I had been looking religiously for it but didn't know the name of it. And it's called Simply Serene Quilt Pattern. Simply Serene Quilt Pattern by Diana, let's see, Baubian, it's Bubian, Beaubien, Beaubien. So that's the person who has the pattern. And I think the pattern is like $9 or something like that. So that's what that is. So it's not my pattern. I just saw something. I just changed the design up a little bit. Kevin did something different with his where he's changed up the pattern a little bit. So once we get them done and get them posted, we'll post everything in Facebook at some point. So let's see. Quilt is pretty. Patricia says, thanks for the prayers. It's been hard road, but I walked to the road today without air. I was exhausted when I walked back to the small porch steps. I'll get there. Yeah, you just got to keep pushing. And she also says that that's very pretty. Thank you, Patricia. Bonita says, the Hey June sew along I participated. My colors are gold, black, and white. That's pretty cool. I'm going to love seeing that because I thought it was another video I was looking at where the sewer had used like gray, black, and white, and then gold accent. It was really beautiful. So that's going to be pretty, Bonita. Somebody posted in the group, I want to say it was Melissa. I can't remember right now, so if I got the wrong person, I'm sorry. But they posted in the Teaquilts Facebook group with some other projects they had worked on over the weekend. So it's pretty cool. Judy says, I got the pattern, but I was gone all day Saturday, so I haven't done any of it yet. Teresa says, I'm binding my quilt right now, so some other people are doing it. That's pretty cool. Nancy Gus says, I printed off the Hey June and watch the videos. I'll do it later. Betsy says, G Design does a scant 1/4 inch. And I don't even know if it's so much the scant. I don't know. And then, it could be. I tried to make sure I used a true 1/4 inch, make sure it wasn't a fat 1/4 inch, but it could be. June Hansen says, what happens to me? I walk down the driveway because that's where my garbage is, pick up very slowly coming back, Patricia, when it's humid. Can't be out, so be careful, yeah. When it's humid outside, it's just horrible. Today we finally had a day with blue skies. It wasn't as humid. We had some clouds, so it was still hot and you're going to sweat, but it wasn't as humid. Damali saying, beautiful quilt, thank you. Elaine says, this heat wave is causing oxygen need. Just asking, no, that's not what it is. I am just trying to get back together. Mary's here, say, glad you're home at Ellen. I'm still praying for you. Mario's here. Hi, Mario. He says, hello from Montreal. Can I stay too long? I finally got my t-shirt and thread. And thank you for the pen. Ain't that something? It took that long. It was almost... when Mario won a door prize, he also ordered a t-shirt at the same time, so I mailed them all together. And it was about right before they put Canada into lockdown. I'm going to say like mid-April, so it took a long time for him to get it. Lynette Williams is here saying, hey, everyone. You're welcome, Patricia. Nzinga says, good evening, everybody. Happy quilting. Kevin says, sends me pics of the calf fabrics you need, Miss T. Okay. I have a short attention span, guys. So let me send it to him since I just took it. All right. I just put it through Messenger, Kevin. Now I got to get back into the chat. All right. Melissa says it might have been Melissa, just not LePage, because it's been a while since I've been on Facebook. Okay. I'm not sure. I can't remember who it was, and I feel bad. It's like because I was communicating with him in chat, I was just so surprised to see the quilt already. Katrina says, may I ask what a scant 1/4 is on a baby lock? A scant 1/4 inch on any machine, whatever your 1/4 inch is, it's a thread or two stitching inside your seam allowance. So it's going to be a thread or two shorter than your normal 1/4 inch seam. So your needle's going to be a thread or two to the left of your normal 1/4 inch seam. I basically just use a 1/4 inch seam for everything that I do, unless it's a block that has a gazillion pieces, like a 5440 or Fight, or something like that, where you've got a lot of pieces that are going to be coming together, saying a 12-inch block. Then I try to look at a block and make plans ahead of time to know when I need to do that. But I basically just use 1/4 inch seam for the most part. And also pressing your seams open, you don't lose some seam allowance when you're pressing your seams to one side as well. Connie says, hello, T and all others. T, you look good, great in every color. Red is actually my favorite color to wear because I think I look good in red. Although I do have other colors that I like on me as well. Mostly they're bright colors. But I like, when it comes to quilting, and it's a whole nother issue because I like doing other stuff. I kind of change my favorite colors in quilting, which is weird, so weird. Katrina says, thank you, you're welcome. All right, I'm trying to think. I don't think I have a whole lot to talk about today. I will say, in case Lois is watching this, Lois, I did get your letter in the mail today, and I'll be contacting you about that. I'm trying to think, what else was it that I needed? And I can't even remember. Last week I had two topics that I could discuss. One was the needles, and I said, go ahead and do the needles first because it's sewing machine related. And the other one was something else, and I can't remember what that something else is. Okay. Just cray cray. Mario says, we are having a bad heat wave, high 80s with 70% humidity. Brian is suffering even though we have AC in all the rooms. Oh my gosh, that is really horrible. He's also saying hi to all Teaquilters and Kim and Kevin. Nisima came in. Hey girl, she says hey T and everybody. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot to talk about. I felt like it was something else I needed to tell you all, but now I can't even remember that. So these are my notes. This is how I start writing notes when I'm watching YouTube videos. And if somebody looking at this, you would never be able to make this. It is ridiculous. That's page 1, and then this is page 2. It's ridiculous, but that's what I do when I'm looking at videos. I just write down the stuff I need so I can, and then as I'm working on it, I go back and write additional notes if needed. But yeah, because she had said that you can buy the pattern now for $10. But I felt like, she had done enough on her video. She didn't give you like all the cutting sizes of everything in the videos, but you can kind of figure stuff out. Sometimes when you have stuff on mats and stuff, you just pause the screen and try to read the lines on the mat if you can. And it was even more difficult for me because I was watching it on the television. So that's not the same as when you're on a computer and you can do a print screen and all of that kind of stuff. And I'm trying to draw what's on the screen. But it was fun to do that. I don't think I'm going to make this quilt big. I thought I was going to make it bigger than I originally thought. But I'm like, I don't really like the squaring up because it's not equal on both sides. And it's just a little bit more. I'm gambling when I'm putting my blocks together. So I've got 6 out of 8 correct. So, but I don't like to gamble when I'm doing stuff. I want to be assured in what I'm doing. So Connie says, I broke my bird bath. Today I went on a hunt. No one has any. Now that's so funny. I got rid of my bird baths. I do still have one. But I had one that was really fancy with a water fountain, and I ended up years ago giving that to my friend Deborah. I was like, I like it. It was pretty and all, but it's like, I'm not going to do this every year. So, got rid of it. Connie, no. Somebody's asking, Melissa says, what language is that? I think that must have been something that Connie was typing and she retracted. When is the next Zoom? Eric isn't here, but normally they're on the first Sunday of the month. We haven't been having a whole lot of people in those, even though people say they're going to show up. We don't even have 9 people in the last 2 that I've been in, and I missed the 3rd one before that. So if we don't get a lot of people, I'm just going to put them on hold for right now because I don't want to waste Eric's time either. He's been so busy on his job, and I just hate to have him sitting there if it's only a small number of people in there. Or just maybe limiting it and just saying it's going to end in 2 or 3 hours. We kind of like just kind of hanging out in there and chatting, but if no one's going to participate, we might have to rethink that one. And Mary saying that he thought maybe the 2nd week. She asked him in Kansas City. Katrina says, what blocks do I need to make a postage stamp quilt? Just squares. A true postage stamp quilt, your squares should finish at 3/4 inch. But I just did mine with 1.5 inch squares because I had a lot of them started already. I'm still working on mine. I haven't worked on it in years. It's probably been over 10 years since I've even worked on it. I probably got about 40 blocks done, 5x5. So they're like 5 inches finished. But a true postage stamp is about 3/4 of an inch square. That's all you need is a square. And then you can set them all together. You can put sashing in between if you want. It's up to you how you set it, but a true postage stamp. My blocks are 5x5. So 5 squares across, 5 squares down for 25 squares. We are having a heat wave too. It was 98 today. We are not used to it at all. Poor baby birds are dying in the nest. Normally it's upper 70s, and that's from Teresa. T, are you going to Houston Quilt Festival? That's from C-Rax. At this time, I'm planning to. It just depends on how stuff happens, you know. I might, you know, it depends on if I can get somebody, if I'm driving, to drive with me, or, you know, because I do like having my car because I like having the freedom of stopping wherever I want to stop on the way back home. So it just depends on how all of that works out. And right now I don't have like that planned out. My intentions are to go to the Houston Quilt Festival. And Don's asking, is the International Quilt Festival on this year? They have already said that it is. And I think part of my reasoning for not like even finalizing anything is I'm trying to wait and see what the winter does. I have been hearing like great things about the vaccinations lasting a lot longer in the current strains that we have and the next current ones that are expected, that 2 of the vaccines, one of which I got, they say I don't have to worry about being vaccinated again. So that's one of the things, because I'm trying to make sure that this pandemic doesn't get out of hand in the winter months, which is when it happens normally during like flu season, stuff like that. So that's part of the reasons why I haven't really finalized anything. And Teresa is saying that her weather, she's in Idaho. T. Roberts is here. Hi. She says she's just waving. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say was I had a total of 4 people interested in Crown Royal bags, and I did forward that information to Roberta, so hopefully she has contacted you. I sent it to her. I haven't heard anything back from her because I put my name on there too. I have about 100 bags, and I'm going to check with my family and see if they got any more for me, because I was looking at the design. One of the quilters sent me a picture of hers, and I kind of like it because it's simple but very effective geometric design, and I do like that as well. So I'm thinking about doing that, and I was looking at like sizes and stuff like that, and how many of the bags I will need to put the names on them. So I'm just a little bit short at this point. I have about, I'm just guessing, I'm going to say about 105 bags right now. Melissa, I'm going to get you. When she was asking, is that English? I thought because Connie had retracted a message that it must have been like Connie just laying on a keyboard or something. And she go, no, that it's your notes, T, do not appear to be written in English. You got that right. I have the worst penmanship. And like, if I don't do something like when I write it, that's why I jumped on here and did these blocks. I have a very good memory for retention once I've done something. But if I write something and don't like read it for like a week or 2, I come back and it's like, what is that? I can't read that. I can't even read my own handwriting. It's so bad. Now that's hilarious. But I'm going to get you when I see you though. My brother came in. He says, hi sis and everyone. That is too funny. Doris O is here saying good evening, T and Quilter. Sorry I'm late. You're here when you're here. So welcome to the chat. Mario says, I am committing to making a New York Beauty wall hanging. Got an amazing book with patterns from Connecting Threads at half price and lots of beautiful boutiques on sale. free postage because it was over $100. Now that's awesome that Connecting Threads is shipping to Canada for free. That's awesome. Robin says, wow, Mario, that is amazing. Mary says, I heard on the news tonight they are suggesting people wear masks inside places even if vaccinated because this Delta variant is so strong. And I wear a mask when I go inside anywhere because I don't know who at the grocery store that's shopping in there has had their vaccination. So you're just trusting and believing what people are saying, but you also got to remember that people didn't want to wear masks in the first place. So I'm trying to make sure that I stay healthy so that while I'm assisting other family members, that I'm not going to make somebody that's already sick sick from me, you know. So I'm always trying to do that protection. Yes, I would really like a few bags. The bags have already, if you didn't notify me ahead of time, the names have already been given to Roberta. I'm just doing a follow-up on those. And somebody asked me in one of the emails if I planned on washing and stabilizing my bags. I have a friend that's doing it and she is not stabilizing, but I'm almost thinking, you know, I've got so much stabilizer around here, it just don't make sense not to. So I probably will stabilize if it gets all the way out to the edge. You know, I'm not going to try to put it so that it's all the way perfect on there, but I'm going to try to just cut pieces that will fit the bags, because I'm finding that like Crown Royal has either changed their bags or their bags shrink or something. I don't know, or the sewing is a little bit different because they're probably mass produced. But even when I look at all the medium and large bags, even though I hold them all up, they are a little bit different in sizes. So I'm just going to basically cut a bag and decide what size interfacing to put in each size, and then I'm just going to plop it down. If it gets to the edges, that's fine. If it doesn't, the majority of the fabric will be stabilized. But I am planning to wash all of my bags. That's my first step, and I'm trying to make sure I got them all first before I get started with that step. And I'm going to wash them, and I'm going to dry them, and then I'm going to stabilize. And I'm just going to use the cheapy fusible knit interfacing, and I don't know if I got any. Yeah, just a pearl interfacing for the knit, because it is a knit or stretchy fabric, and I'm going to put the interfacing on whichever way it stretches the most. I'm going to put the more stable side of the internet to that side. So yeah, so I'll be doing that. I got plenty of interfacing around here. Don's telling Mario, sounds great. New York Beauty will be hard for me. Don't know how to paper piece. Paper piecing is easy. I have a YouTube tutorial on paper piecing too. I think I was doing a Storm at Sea block, so you might want to look into that. It's not very complicated. You just gotta, it's backward sewing, but once you get the hang of it, it's very easy. Sounds like South Carolina is cool compared to the North and Canada. I feel for all of you. C-Rex says she has 4 bags. That's funny. And Ellen's also reminding people to do thumbs up. Thank you, Ellen. Thank you all for the questions too. People that are asking questions, that's great. Lynn says, I bought a lot of bags off of eBay. That's good too. I haven't tried to purchase any. I just know that I went to Crown Royal site and they wanted some ridiculous price for one bag that I just thought I may as well buy the liquor, and I don't even drink, but I may as well buy the liquor and drink it. That's how high the bags were to me. Phyllis G is here. Hi, Phyllis. She says, hi, T and everyone. Don Cunningham says, have a sister who lives in Las Vegas. It was up to 116 weeks ago, and that's what Tiffany was saying. It was hot like that last week. Mario says, you are so smart and kind, T. Thank you for protecting yourself and others. Yeah, I just don't want people to think I didn't forward information. And I like I said, I just haven't heard back from her, but I do plan to follow up with her like one time and just to make sure that she got the email, because you never know if technology stuff is screwed up too. But and then people got to have time to do stuff, because when you're doing stuff like that, and we had to pay for shipping for the bag. She was giving them out, but we had to pay for shipping. And so you've got to like go to the post office and all that kind of stuff. So it can be a pain. Oh, and T says, don't feel bad. 4 doctors tried to read my writing and no one could. That's funny. My sister Job called a patient who has full blown. Oh, she was in Walmart with no mask. I'm keeping my mask. Yep. You just don't know. Mario says, your tutorial on New York Beauty is great, T. Learned a lot. Thank you. I did that as a sewing chat. I think I was sewing. I thought I was doing a sewing chat. I thought I was live. So that'll be pretty cool to see as well. And I did that video. I did 1 or 2 blocks and put it right back up. It's like when I did the video, I had somebody asking me about how to do it. And I go, okay, I already got mine set up. I have about, I'm just going to guess and say about maybe 20 blocks done, somewhere in that neighborhood. I haven't looked at it in years. So, yeah, but I do want to do a full quilt with border and all. So I'm using the Karen Combs method. Quilt Gal's here. Hello. She says, hi, T and everyone from hot, Maryland. And a lot of people are saying that they're wearing their mask as well. Yep, $9 per bag at Crown Royal. Yep, it's like I may as well. I'm sure my family would love the alcohol. I don't even drink hard. I don't, well, it is hard liquor to me. When you're a person that only drinks fruity drinks, I'm not a serious drinker. I drink just for fun because it tastes good. When it starts hurting and all of that other kind of stuff, or I'm getting like wasted, that's not fun for me. So I'm not a real drinker. Cheryl Clute says, hi, T and all T quilters. Hi, Cheryl. Damali J says, I have masks in my car, pockets and purses, and hand sanitizer, so I'll be prepared. Must stay healthy. Yes. Quilt Girl said she was late because I was watering my garden and picking squash, cucumbers, and onions. And that sounds like Kevin, because he just got his first yield off of his garden. Very nice. Okay, so he was telling me, Kevin sending me another message. I just happened to see it pop up. Okay. Oh, Katrina, can you send me the link for New York Beauty? I think she needs the actual name of the book. There are so many different books on New York Beauty. And Connecting Threads have sales that run different times, so hopefully you can still get the book at half off. But they tend to run their books at half off frequently. So if it's not at half off, I would just wait and keep checking back every week, because they do it pretty frequent. Another place that has good prices on books is C&T Publishing. Every once in a while, they'll run their $30 books. You might get them for $5 to $10. It just depends on how much they're knocking off, but up to 60% off, that's a lot knocked off on a book. So Cynthia Shades here saying hello to all from Chicago. Hi, Cynthia. So, yeah. Okay, so he's Katrina. You're going to go to connectingthreads.com, like he said, and then you're going to put in New York Beauties and Flying Geese by Carol Hinch. Another place that has cheap books is my basement, laughing out loud. You got that right. I had a lady, I sold a Bernina travel trolley bag. I used it when I went to retreat in May and decided that I like my 2-toe bags better. So I decided to sell the Bernina bag. And I gave the lady a choice of getting 2 books. She was kind of overwhelmed, Sue. She only took 1. It's funny. Yep. Okay, and I see also requests to join the Facebook group. I handle all of that later. Melissa says, I've gotten some good deals on quilt books at thrift books. I do buy from them too. Sometimes you can get a good deal and then the stuff you're looking for, sometimes they don't really have it at a great price. And then sometimes they're out of stuff, and I have gotten on the list where they have notified me when it does come in, and I've been able to get books. But I try to, because like sometimes when I'm teaching, I might be using from a book and I'm reselling it back to students, and I'm not trying to sell it at original price, but by the time I pay for the book and then pay for them to ship it to me, it's like it's almost the same price as a new book. Then I'm going to be charging them. So I kind of hate that, but I'm just trying to get books that are no longer being published. So Deborah says, I recently finished the New York Beauty UFO that T taught us at a retreat group project several years ago. Top is done, needs to be quilted. And Melissa's trying to get in your basement, Sue. Mario says, folks come to T's Facebook page. Lots of cool and nice stuff. Yeah, if you don't do anything else when you come in there, just go into the group and click on the photo tabs, and you can just see all the stuff that's been uploaded by photos. Maddie says, T, I want to see your paper piecing video. Okay. And I don't, let me see. I can probably go find one. Deborah's quilt was shown. I thought her New York Beauty was shown in the retreat video. Maybe it's me and I got the wrong quilt. Let me see. I'm trying to see if I can find the New York Beauty video link. And then I'll post it. Since I don't have anything else, it's not like I'm sewing or anything like that. Oh, I got to type my name right first, right? I got Teaquilts instead of Teaquilts. I guess it's only fitting that I call myself the wrong name. Everybody else does. I don't have an L in there either. Now it's Teaquilts. I'm about to quit. Okay. Try this one more time. Yeah, it was a live video. Share. Copy link. All right. See if I can pop back in here, and I'll paste it down here. So you got the YouTube link for the New York Beauty where I was live. And I try to, some videos, because I had so many people asking me about that, some videos I'll tend to go ahead and do them live because I want people to see that I haven't done a whole lot of cutting. Like when I make my videos that I upload, you don't really know how much I've cut out of a video that you haven't seen. Like sometimes I show you when I'm sewing and sometimes I don't. And New York Beauty, I just wanted to sit in front of the camera and show you all that. You know, it could be done pretty easily. So Connie is reminding people to hit the thumbs up. Thank you, Connie. And Deborah says that it was in the retreat video that I just uploaded at the May retreat this year. So if you want to see her New York Beauty, you can go there because it was all up on a design wall and she actually got to talk about it. So that would be a good video to see her New York Beauty quilt. So yeah, so that's kind of it for me. We got like 5 minutes left. If anybody got any additional questions, now would be the time. I'm just chilling right now. Today I sewed those blocks, like I've done the outer edges and then I cut them in half today and then re-sewed them back together. So that's the only sewing that I did today. And that's because today was grocery shopping day. We were basically out of all food in this house, except for, well, not meats, but we have like red meats, but I don't eat a whole lot of red meat, and that's why we got a lot of red meat. So I had to go buy like chicken and seafood, stuff like that. So I've got to still sort that stuff. But I went to the regular grocery store first because I went to one that was further away because they have more options. And then I went to Sam's and then realized that Sam didn't have almond milk in my neighborhood. When I went to Sam's before, I bought like a case of 3 almond milks. And this one over here didn't even have 1 almond milk. So I had to go back to the other store to go get almond milk. So I went to the store 3 times today. I'm tired. And it was a lot of walking around when you got to do a lot of food shopping. I think I'm about, let's see, I'm almost about $400 in the hole just from food shopping. Yeah. And the only thing that's non-perishable I bought was, my husband put Solo cups in there. That was the only non-perishable. Vegetables cost a lot of money. I don't know how they telling people on the news and stuff that you can eat your daily allotment of vegetables for $1. I'm like, I disagree. I disagree. Sue Ann Ballatin says, hi, T from Idaho. Hi, Sue. Welcome, Sue Ann. Sorry I'm late. Just got home. No problem. Sue says, if you're planning to sell the 503, let me know. Okay. And I just took the 500 out of my car. So I haven't had time to test it. And I don't want to cut it on until I get some time where I can actually check to make sure that I get it oiled before I cut it on, because I don't want to just cut it on because it's been sitting for years. So I'll cut it on, see if it works. If it doesn't work, then I'll just use it for parts on my 503. If the 500 works, I'm going to keep the 500 and probably get rid of the 503. So I'll keep you in mind. Mario says, a prayer for the victims and families of that awful Florida catastrophe. Yes, that's horrible. When it first was announced, they said they had like 1 person dead and stuff like that. And when you look at it, it's like, really? And then I'm like, well, that's great. You know, it wasn't great that 1 person died, but I'm like, it wasn't a whole lot. And then they come back like hours later and start talking about, because I thought they had already checked everything and said it was only going to be like 1, and then they had a few injuries. But it was more people home than initially thought, I think. But that's just terrible. That's terrible. Kim says, you can't eat them here in KC for that. Vegetables for 1 week adds up to almost $30 lately. Yep. And since I've been making like a concerted effort to like eat healthier, just trying to get, not necessarily lose weight, but just trying to eat healthier, it's like I'm not throwing away a lot of the food either. Like normally when I buy vegetables, it's like, you know, you have to buy so many different things so you can have different types of salads or just different things in your salad. And then like before I know it, the stuff is going bad and I got to start throwing stuff away. Well, we've been both eating a lot of it now. So we're both doing really good. So I just hope we don't get tired of salads. I do like salads though. And Darlene also says, yes, Mario, such a terrible time for so many people. God bless the families. Yes, they need lots and lots of prayers there. Mario says, grapes, $3 a pound. Tomatoes, $3 a pound. Butter, $6 a pound. Lettuce heads, $4. Exactly. And I'm like, then they get on the news and talk about, they even have it less than $1 that they can get their daily allotment of fruits and vegetables for like some cents, like 60 cents or something. And I'm like, you all are crazy. Even from a farmer's market, I bought stuff from farmer markets, and it still isn't that cheap. So it's just interesting how they calculate what you can get. And I don't know who's selling vegetables at a nickel each. I don't know. But I would like for them to come live by me and sell them like that, because I would sure buy them if it's good. So late but here, that's in for us. Hi, T and everyone. Welcome to the chat. We're almost on our way out. It's 8 o'clock, so. T, you probably catch Planet Mars TV. That is too funny. From their own garden. You got that right. That's the only way they gonna be that cheap. That's why I grow my own vegetables. That's from Robin. And my thing is, I have a huge backyard that I could actually do a lot with gardening and stuff. But I also have a gazillion squirrels. And when I was trying to do tomatoes one year, I had like 4 plants, and I didn't probably get but 1 or 2 tomatoes off the entire thing, because when they were green, they started eating. And so, they would eat out of one, and then I would move it off my deck so that I can, because they'll move it and take it to the deck rail and eat in comfort up there. And then I clean off my deck, and the next day it'll be a new one up there. So then the second day I go, well, let me leave this one up here, and maybe they'll come back and eat this one instead. No, the little creeps went and got another one all fresh off the vine and left it sitting right next to the other one that they never pecked on again. So they're picky and know the stuff that's fresh and not fresh, okay? So I have never tried growing anything else after that, because it's just too frustrating. And Darlene says, even with growing a garden, we can't eat vegetables that cheap. Kruger says, I would say my grocery bill is $50 more since beginning of COVID. Everything is more expensive right now. Everything is expensive. And the thing when stuff is expensive is that it never goes down. Like when, as quilters, we all went into that. If you were quilting, there was a cotton shortage one year where they raised the price of quilt fabrics. They used to be like $9.99 a yard, and then that's when they jumped to like $11.99 a yard. And you would think, okay, it'll go back down since the shortage of cotton was over. No, stuff never goes down. It always stays. Even during the crisis, when the crisis hit, they never lowered the price of cotton back. Kathy Warren's here saying hello, everyone. Quilt Gal says, I did get my first ripe tomato. It's an early girl type. So that's pretty cool. I was so proud. Kevin sent me pictures. I was like, that's from your garden here. Squash and 2 types of squash and I think green beans, if I remember the photo right. So that was pretty cool. And Darlene's even saying, here beef's on sale for what regular prices should be. Terrible. Yeah. And I've since COVID, I was at home, and a lot of farming channels were being recommended to me. So I have been buying like most of my meats and even my chicken. It was just that my meat person only sells whole chickens, and I roast those. He doesn't sell like chicken parts. And so that's what I bought today was chicken parts, so that I can, because we tend to eat more chicken breast and other stuff. So I needed chicken breast only and not all the other parts. And so that's why I bought chicken today. But other than that, it was just seafood. I didn't buy any other meats because I buy it direct from a farmer. So he has his meat processed with Sturgis, and then he sells it and meets me where I can pick it up from him, because he's like about an hour and a half, I guess, away from me where his farm is. And so he meets out on one of off the major highways, and he meets people and meet up with them and give them their meat order. So I think that's pretty cool. So I don't even have a middleman from the farmer. It's straight from the farmer. It's awesome. And Sandra Agger just come in talking about, woo, hi everybody. Somebody dropped by unannounced, and I thought that they would never leave. Giggles. Yeah, that's how it always be. You get something to do, and then something else happens. So, yeah. So I think I'm ready to leave. Are you all ready to leave? Ellen says, I'm saying good night. See, right on time. Good night, Ellen. So, I got line dance class tomorrow. I got to meet. I think I'm going to take this lady's quilt back. Sunday, it rained all day. Monday, I was up all night, Sunday night working. So then I got up Monday afternoon. When I got up, it was sunny outside. And I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be sunny. And then by the time I got ready to go outside and photograph the quilts, raining cats and dogs again. So I didn't get her quilt photographed until today. So I did that this morning. Even though I don't like morning sun off my deck. I like the evening sun, but I didn't want to have it rain on me again. So it's not going to be the best viewing for this quilt, but it'll be, it's done at least. And so now I need to go and try to find all the video footage of everything that I've kind of taken photos or video of since February, and see if I can do some kind of video for you guys. I have not done a completed projects. I'm sure that I haven't even videotaped and or taken pictures of everything that I've been doing since then, because life was a hot mess doing this last 6 months. So it is what it is. I'm just going to try to give you all something. I think Peggy has a quilt in there, and I think Maria has a quilt in there, if I'm not mistaken. Maria Mayer. So I'm going to try to see if I can find all of these videos and get them into my video editor, try to collect everything first, and then try to see what I can do with it. And it's going to be a messed up video, because you know how I'm on there saying, hello, it's Teaquilts, today is blah, blah, blah. And then it's like, that was a long time ago. That was February. So I'm going to see if I can try to edit out as much of the stuff that's unnecessary as I can. But we'll see what I come up with, because I don't have a lot of those quilts anymore to like redo a video on the spot for you guys. So, but we'll see what I come up with. So that's going to be, I guess, my goal tomorrow. And then over the weekend, I'm going to, like doing the rest of the week, I'm trying to get these quilt backings pressed and get them all sewn, and I'm going to start quilting on those t-shirt quilts. So that's kind of my goal. It'll probably take me, if I go tonight, I have to get all those videos into the editor so it can spool everything in, because it's a lot of footage. That's going to take a few hours. So then tomorrow I'll try to see if I can edit it, if it's all spooled in tomorrow. So we'll go from there and see how successful I'll be. Let's see. A lot of people have, C-Rex says, no, don't want me to go, but we'll let you go. I buy my meat from a local farmer too. That's Robin, yes. And Mario saying, don't go. You weren't even supposed to be here to the end. I'm amazed you're still here. A lot of people saying good night. So we're going to go ahead and end here. And I will see you all on Saturday with sewing chat. And I don't have a clue what I'm going to be sewing on, because I'm looking for fabric for the Charlotte sometimes. And we'll see if I start a new project, or if I try to do the borders on this one here. Something. We'll find something to work on. But right now I'm going to be trying to figure out editing a video or getting it ready to be edited tonight, and then trying to get these backings pressed, because I do want to get those t-shirt quilts out. If I get those t-shirt quilts out, that means I get money in. So it's like, I don't like need money, but it's just nice to, get your money, So that's going to be it for me, guys. Thank you all so much. You all stay safe, be blessed, and quilt out, everybody. See you on Saturday.